Hey everybody, Kristin LaVanway here. I've got a project that I thought would be fun to report to you on. This is it. Oops. It is time management for dummies. I am taking charge of my schedule. It's 5 chapters, so I'm gonna report back to you 5 times. This is week 1 for me. Why did I decide that I need to focus on time management? It's funny that you ask, because that's what the book says. You need to have a goal in mind in order for this to work. I'm going to double my business this year. I did great last year. Last year was the best year I've ever had. But for a variety of reasons, I've decided I need to double my production this year. You know, when you had a good year and you're gonna double it, it's not trivial, okay? One of the main things that I've gotten involved with is filmmaking, and I need to free up some time in real estate in order to make that happen. It's all kind of encompassed together in a better balance of life and work. So here's my current to-do list. It used to be an In-N-Out burger placemat, but now it's a very lengthy to-do list. Sometimes I do go through and prioritize these things better, but you know, really I don't. And I just write more things on the list, and so, okay, the system could be improved on. All right, I admit that. I'm totally admitting it could be improved on. But yeah, that's essentially my current system in different formats. It's not always an In-N-Out placemat. Sometimes it's my calendar book. Sometimes I even use fancy electronic to-do lists, but it kind of all boils down to the same thing. My strength, I think, is that I am not afraid of anything. I can do a lot. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'm not afraid of long hours. So yeah, that's a good strength, but it's also a weakness because it makes me think that I'm all powerful and I can do anything without limitation. And so I tend to not have the best priorities. I tend to just say, yeah, I can do that. Totally, I can do that. Yeah, I'll do that. You know, I get burned out. That's really the bottom line, is I get burned out, and that's bad. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. I know you real estate agents can, and I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that can relate to that as well. Probably leveraging my time is one of the most powerful things I can do, and it's not something that comes easy to me. Because again, I like doing everything myself. I'm like Superwoman. It's not a big deal, you know, to do everything and take over the world, whatever. So I decided for planning purposes to set an arbitrary value of $100 an hour. Now, it's not that I charge $100 an hour, even that I want to make $100 an hour, but by setting a value to my time of $100, it allows me to basically charge myself for everything that I do. In order to leverage, I think you really have to ask yourself, okay, I can do this and take 3 hours of my day to do it. That costs me $300. Or I can hire somebody for $10 or $15 an hour and have them do it, and that costs me $45. Should I spend $300 or $45? And usually it's pretty obvious, okay? I'll tell you what, one of the best decisions I made was to rent an office space. Up until I got this office space, I worked out of my house. I live in a frat house because I have 4 boys, so sometimes it's hard to get things done. So having a separate place is great. It allows me to be more productive, and even more importantly, it allows me to separate work and non-work. So I really like that a lot. Plus the location is right across the street from Postino's here on Gilbert Road. You know, like just in case I needed to go to Postino's or whatever. All right, procrastination. I don't really like to think of it as procrastination. I like to think of it as a variety. You know, sometimes you're working on something and just other better things come along. Like pretty much anything is better than the stuff on this list. Tasks that are boring, that I don't want to do. So yeah, okay, it's a chapter 5 thing. It's advanced. I'll work up to that. Honestly, I'm a pretty motivated person. I mean, I have my own business. It's pretty successful. I've done a lot in my life. I don't really lack motivation. In fact, I love coming up with things to do. I'm highly motivated. My problem is more an issue of accountability. If I'm only answering to myself, I can convince myself that I could just go do this other thing, you know, for now and get this thing done here later. So accountability is huge, and I actually have an accountability partner for this project. We're going to be meeting once a week and help each other keep on track. So that is going to help me tremendously. If you're time management challenged, or if you have some great tips for me, I'd love to hear them. You know where to find me, Kristin@hereinphoenix.com. That's where. I'd love to hear from you. Make it a great, wonderful, productive day.